Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're back, welcome back. I greatly appreciate all of the ongoing support. This is my channel, Dragon's Jewel Creative Gems, and I'm Tegan. And of course, we're going to get all that wonderful YouTube-y stuff out of the way. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so, which is just down below there. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button before you forget, especially if you like the content that you see. And any comments left down below as well are greatly appreciated. If you want to share some love, I do my best to reply back. And of course, you're probably wondering why I have this lovely little blank space. And it's just because I want to keep kind of things suspenseful. Today, I'm going to finally reveal my first few resin pieces that I had fun working on. I'm going to show you a couple of these smaller pieces to start, and then I will show you the larger pieces. So I did a couple of teddy bears. I was playing with some leftover resin. Unfortunately, I don't have the tray to show. There were just too many bubbles to say that. And it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to. So of course I didn't want to share that tray. But here are the cute little teddy bears that I made. They're kind of all in black, orange and green. I think they turned out kind of cool. Like I said, it was just with some leftover resin, so I just kind of blobbed them into the mold whatever way it wanted to kind of go in, so they each turned out slightly different. But all very cool at the same time. Like this one's orange, one of the foots ended up kind of being orange, the nose, a little bit less of the belly. But very, very cute nonetheless. This orange one was mostly kind of the face and belly. The green one here ended up getting one little green leg. So you can kind of see the difference. And then this one was just like the full kind of grayish black color. Yeah, that just kind of gives you an idea that that was that little bear mold that I used. Perk size for leftover resin that you just want to play around with, see what happens. I'm very much kind of just in the experimental phase right now, playing around. I absolutely enjoyed making those. Actually, I might as well just keep them out. I don't know how well you can see them. Let's maybe put them on some little paper there for you. Then I did this little paw print here. It's just a very skinny, thin paw print, playing around with some of that leftover orange and kind of the grayish black again. Kind of overfilled it a bit, didn't get it perfectly in kind of where the paw pads would be. But still turned out really cool. I like it. I haven't done anything with the back of it yet. And then of course I tried out that little cat mold as well. Used the leftover kind of grayish black again. Didn't do anything with that. Just kind of tested the mold out with some of the leftover. This one now is probably one of my favorites that I did with the leftover resin. It's the little skull, but he is half orange and half that kind of gray-black layered look kind of thing. I think he turns out really cool. Looks like some of the orange kind of snuck down there too, which is kind of a neat little touch. But I liked him. I actually turned him into a coverminder. The magnets I do have aren't as strong as I would like, so I want to try a different style magnet. But for now, this will certainly work. So that was that little guy. I love the way he turned out. And then this one, surprisingly, was my first tray that I made. She turned out beautiful, and I loved her. I wish my second tray would have worked out, but I had the old folding table, and it was bowed in the middle, and so I had to kind of play around and prop up one side to get it to kind of work. And it was just a mess with the second tray. For some reason I couldn't get that levelness that I wanted. The first tray I did. So this is how she turned out. I did kind of an iridescent holographic glitter in a white and then a dark purple. But there she is. I added some little rubberized foot pads on the bottom so it helps kind of stick and doesn't move around too much. And this is the tray that I made so that I can, when I'm diamond painting, I can kind of hold my pens, right? Keep them so that they're not rolling around on my desk, that sort of thing. So I can put like my spare pen there when that I want. I can put a coverminder on there. I have like my super sticky wax from Patty Wax I can stick on there. Any of my putties that kind of fit, so it's just kind of like a catch-all holder for that kind of thing. I can stick my craft knife. I can stick my tweezers that I use when I diamond paint. You know, that sort of thing. And then they're all kind of kept in one place and they're not rolling around. So yeah, that was kind of the purpose of making that. I definitely want to make more of these in other colors, of course. Now that I have a flatter surface, I'll be able to do that a little bit easier. But yeah, I love how this one turned out. Yeah, so those are some of my first little resin creations. I'm sorry it took so long to kind of feature them, but this one had a couple of bubbles that I had to kind of tidy up and fill in. Nothing major, just kind of filled it in with some UV resin so that it was not all sharp or pokey where the air bubbles were and kind of felt smooth again. Felt like the tray, that sort of thing. I mean, you can still, it's not 100% perfect, but it's good enough. That kind of thing. And then, of course, I wanted to add like the little thing on this one for the coverminder. But yeah, I think they turned out gorgeous. I cannot wait to play around with some more resin. Especially now, like I said, that I've got that flatter surface again. Yeah, it's definitely fun. There's lots of techniques to kind of learn into. This one I kind of tried to do a little bit of a half and half and see how they kind of blended in the middle. So I wasn't 100% sure. I just kind of let them flow and do their thing. And so that's how this turned out, but it was really cool to kind of see how it came together. This ended up kind of running into the purple a little more than I thought, so like originally I was hoping that it was going to be more, kind of like more purple a little bit, but that's okay. It's still an absolutely gorgeous tray. Like I said, I love it. So yeah. You'll probably start seeing me use some of these stuff too on my channel while I'm doing my whip and chats as well, kind of as I start to make them. But I thought I'd share so far my experience. It's been a lot of fun. I'm just kind of experimenting and having fun with it, really, playing around with my micro powder colors. Like this one I poured when the resin was kind of mixed and only set for the amount of time it wanted set. The second tray I tried a technique. The technique worked really well. I'll show it. I'm going to recreate it though. But I think next time I want to do... I had kind of let it gel up a bit so that the colors would stay. But that's kind of how it turned out. There's a lot of air bubbles in it. A lot. They're all over the place. In this one. This one's not sanded or anything like that either, so you can kind of see like how it's thicker over here, thinner over here. Like you could just tell it wasn't leveled very nicely as well, so that's why I'm probably not going to do much with this tray. But I loved kind of the marbly look with the orange and the green and the black. So yeah, that's kind of what I was playing around with. Also, this little scratch line I didn't want in there. I pressed just a little too hard towards the mold when I was kind of mixing the colors. That's another thing. Learning experience, but that's okay. So yeah, that's about it with my resin products. I hope you enjoyed my quick little show of them. And of course, when I get the chance to play around some more, I'll share. And I'll see you in the next video with something new. Bye.